October 13, 2017, rivals in the often overlooked junior middleweight division will do what they can to stake their claim to top 10 rankings on a Showtime tripleheader from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn on Saturday. 3 titles will be at stake in 3 solid matchups. WBA World Champion Erislandy Lara, 24-2, 14 KOs, of Cuba faces American 2012 Olympian Terrell Gausha, 20-0, 9 KOs, in the main event. WBC champion Jermell Charlo, 29-0, 14 KOs, faces his number 1 contender Erickson Lubin, 18-0, 13 KOs, and IBF champion Jarrett Hurd, 20-0, 14 KOs, squares off against veteran and former champion Austin Trout, 33, 17 KOs. Depending on whose divisional rankings you follow, Lara sits atop the division, with Charlo and Hurd in the top 3, Lubin in the top 20, Gausha in the top 30, and Trout the veteran who always makes a fight competitive. There's really no telling how the cards might be shuffled here. Hurd and Lubin want to see youth get served Saturday. Ringside seat named 26-year-old Jarrett Swift Hurd our emerging star of 2016, with 21-year-old Erickson the Hammer Lubin our runner-up. Both came roaring out of the gate in 2017. Lubin scored a spectacular 4th-round knockout over Jesse Cota in March 2017 on the Thurman vs. Porter undercard, a fight seen by a record-setting TV audience. Hurd picked up his title with the 9th-round TKO of Tony Harrison in February. Fighting in the opening bout, Hurd has a significant height and reach advantage over Trout, 32, who knows he's got to have a win to stay relevant in the division beyond gatekeeper. He hasn't had a fight in 17 months, but Trout says he stayed in the gym and isn't too concerned. There was no reason for the layoff, no injuries, no nothing, Trout said. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. But I thank God I've been in the gym and keeping in shape, call it vanity or not, trying not to get fat and trying to keep this beach bod, so I'm still sharp. We've knocked all the ring rust out in camp. It's time to work. Hurd hasn't faced the sort of opposition Trout has, including fights against Miguel Cotto and Canelo Alvarez. But he's got no fear. This is a fight I actually chose, Hurd said. We knew what was on the line with this fight with Austin Trout. He's no slouch, and with his 3 losses, he had been in every fight, so we knew this fight was going to be tough, especially for a first defense, but that describes me as a fighter, including my mindset. I am a true champion. I want to fight the best, and I don't want the fights that are not going to progress me and put me in line for the even bigger fights. I want to take the tough fights, and I feel like, if there's the slightest chance that an opportunity presents itself, why can't I better myself? I'm willing to take that chance. Hurd's fortunes are on the rise. He's got momentum on his side over the veteran Trout. Trout has a lot of tools, but he hasn't been active enough to pose a real threat. We see Hurd pulling out a rough and tumble decision in this bout. In the second bout, Lubin takes on the Charlo brother who stayed a junior middleweight. Someone will leave the ring with his first loss. Lubin has already started firing verbal jabs Charlo's direction, belittling his level of opposition. I don't feel like Charlo has ever fought anyone like me. October 14, the world will definitely know what my name is, Erickson Lubin. They're going to know who the Hammer is, declared Lubin. Charlo brushed off the words. Considering the talk of lesser opponents, I don't know any of the opponents Lubin has fought, said Charlo. Charlo spent time in his Texas training camp sparring sensational young welterweight Errol Spence Jr. Erickson Lubin's a crafty young fighter. He's strong. He's got some skills,